Hey everyone, this is Mitali Srivatsava, and I'm a mother of two. My elder one is turning 9 and younger one is turning 6. So, it's a very common statement that we always say in the house that delivering is much more easier than raising a child. Raising a child definitely requires immense experience and knowledge. So, here is my motherhood journey. 2013 was the year when I became mother for the first time. Super excited. Very happy about it. The day I got this positive news at my doctor's clinic. And I thought that the whole world will change now for me. But when I came back home, there was nothing like that. We came back with a pack of Mitali and my husband, he went off to sleep because he had his night shift. He had his work commitment. And I was just sitting at home alone. And I didn't know what to do. But within, I was so happy, I was so excited. I didn't know how to and with whom to share this happiness. Now, we stay in metropolitan cities where, you are confined in your four walls and you're sitting there. And I was looking forward that something exciting would happen. We've always, grown up watching on TV and probably even on the social media that, the life changes completely. People are singing and dancing all around and, people are going for shopping. And the most annoying thing is that they go and shop for those feeding bottles and gift and toys. Which is not even required at that point of time, and wherein I am sitting here all by myself. And I just again went back to my husband and asked him that, how are you feeling? And he's like, yeah, I'm happy. And then he again went back to sleep. So I was like, okay, things are very quiet. But nevertheless, it's okay. So then we went to our gynac. We met our gynac. She briefed us. And in all the briefing, what I could understand was that, okay, Mitali, from here on, you need to be extremely careful. You need to be mindful of your routine. You have to be very, very mindful of what you're eating. So I was like, all right. And now here I see myself being completely, jobless. I was on my maternity leave now and I was doing nothing at home. I had nothing. My helpers were there. They were doing their part. My husband was doing on and off in his work and I was just sitting at home. All right. I thought, okay, probably this is the first 3 months that, it goes like this, that I have to be mindful and alert. But rest of the months will be amazing. Then walks in the second trimester. The same story, you need to be careful, the limbs are forming, organs are forming, okay, you got to be extremely careful and be mindful of what you're doing, be mindful of what you're wearing, your footwears and all, you have to be extremely careful. All right, fine. Nevertheless, third trimester walks in, same story. Be alert, be cautious, be mindful of what you're doing. Okay, no more traveling now from third trimester onwards. All right, things are passing by and what I felt in all this, that the biggest challenge that I had during my pregnancy phase was all these hunky-dory stories or those fancy pictures that we see on social medias and on TV. That, things are beautiful, the world changes upside down, but nothing of that sort happens actually. Nothing at all. The normal life, is very quiet and simple. And there's no music, there's no dancing happening all around. So it's very, very simple, normal life. You have to be by yourself. You have to live a very, very disciplined life during these 9 months. And then I deliver. Again, I delivered. I became a mother. But as I've always heard people saying that, from the time I've conceived, the baby is in the womb. And I'm like, people often tell me that, they are so connected, they're so bonded to their child, they love their child so much. But nothing of that sort of happened with me in reality. Initially, my initial days, I very well remember, I was not at all connected, I was not at all bonded with my child. Rather, I was feeling so burdened, that I have to now take care of this little responsibility which has walked into my life. So during all these times, one person who helped me to sail through this phase, my biggest strength of that phase of my life was my gynecologist. I must appreciate the way she guided me. Probably not me, us, me and my husband, to both of us. For every phase, she had a different briefing. So initial few days when I delivered, the initial few days of baby walking into our house, she told both of us, listen, you are a mother, You are going through a lot of hormonal changes, okay? There will be a lot of mood swings, something new in your life has walked in, okay? All this is new for you, we understand, okay? But this was the briefing for my husband, that she is going through a lot. She's going through pain, the surgery that she has gone through, her emotional up down, her hormones disbalance, everything. Like, she briefed him that you have to take care of her, you have to be by her side at all point of time, you have to understand her, you have to anyhow try and make her life easy. But it doesn't stop here. She turned to me. She came and she told me that, listen, we understand you're going through a lot. We understand that you have a lot of inner pain that you're going through. A lot of things you're not able to do what you want to do. But listen, the life is not so easy for Father as well. He will help you as much as he can. He will be your emotional support. He will be there with you throughout. But at the same time, you need to understand that he needs to go back to work. So he can't stay awake that much as you can. He can't be physically all the time standing beside you, okay? Because he has his professional commitments. So you need to understand. And this piece of advice, really, I must tell you all that this piece of advice has helped us so much, So one piece of advice of her used to help us for 15-20 days, and again in 15-20 days we used to feel like going back to her, to get that dose of motivation and guidance. So she was the biggest strength for both of us during that phase of life. And when I say all this, my another strength was my husband. I know he was also a new parent. He was as clueless as me. But the best part about him was that he was by my side. He always understood. He always approved all my decisions. He always made me feel so confident that, Mitali, whatever you're doing the best. Whatever you're thinking for your child is best. And that formula that we both follow in the house is that, collaboration of two people should get the best out of both, right? So when two of us have united, our house should be much more happier and a better place to live in. And how? The best practices that we have in his house and the best practices that we have in my house, we will get both of those two things in our house, okay? And we will have a better family life. We will have a better parenting journey. And trust me, my kids are like turning 9 and 6, as I have told you all. This formula really works. Do not criticize each other. Be there for each other. Extract the strength from each other, take the strength from each other and merge it and sail through this phase. So it will be beautiful eventually. Trust me. Thank you.